Good morning everyone. You guessed right, this is a review of La Fabrica and hope you enjoy it. Okay, so at this coffee shop we'll be looking at a few specific things on which we'll rate it. However, we're not experts, we just do it for the fun of it, for the cyclists out there, and to give our opinion about it. But normally it's pretty good. Okay guys, so finally in our last day in Girona, we are at La Fabrica Coffee. We had to come here. Finally we have, so I hope the coffee, the cake and the breakfast is up to your expectations. So we know over the years popular cycling hangout has become coffee shops. But the standards between these coffee shops are set really high, so I'll have to be very critical in my review about this coffee shop, but I think the most important thing is that I'm honest with you. So whenever I look at a coffee shop, I'll look at it from a cyclist's point of view. Obviously this channel is about cycling, so I have to be honest in that regard. When rating this coffee shop, I'll rate it in regards to a cycling criteria, and what I mean by that is basically that whenever I go to a coffee shop, what I would expect from the coffee shop, which would be beneficial to me as a cyclist. So what I mean by that is accessibility, how quick the service is, how easy it is to get in and out, and is there space for my bike, is there a bathroom, and all of these Smit things. So from the look outside, it might not be exactly what you expect, but once you enter the coffee shop or restaurant, it's quite fascinating, and I mean that in a good way. The layout is really beautiful, it's really cozy, and something that's really important, it was really quite a hot day, but when we entered it was really cool. So what I mean by this is in June, July, when it's really hot in Girona, you want to drink that hot cup of coffee inside the shop with your friends on a really hot day. It's no problem sitting inside because it is nice and cool. Okay, so as you go sit at whatever table you wish to be seated at, you'll immediately notice on the menus that they are in 3 different languages. I presume Spanish, Catalan, and English. So no need to take out your Google Translate. If you speak any of those languages, you can easily understand that, and that's a big bonus point. Okay, so straight off the bat, we placed our orders. Okay, Mandy, so what did you order here at La Fabrica?
Egg and toast.
Okay, so I ordered an elevated avocado with gluten-free bread and an amazing looking cappuccino. So plus point for the gluten-free bread, a quick service and a good looking cappuccino. So how everything's gonna taste, I'll have to tell you later. So what I really like about their cups is the fact that it's got no handle. So as you're drinking your maca latte or cappuccino, it's got this really comfortable feel in your hand while drinking it. So it's really quite different, and I actually enjoyed that quite a lot. To be honest, my cappuccino, to my surprise, was really good. It wasn't too hot or too cold, which is really important, and it wasn't watered down, and it had a nice strong taste to it, so that's really a bonus point. My teammate, friend, whatever you want to call it, Matsvood, recommended that as me and Mandy visit this place, La Fabrica, that we should definitely try out the hummingbird cake. So it was not on the menu, but as you go to the counter you can see it there, and really the cake was very good. Okay, so right off of the bat, out of 10?
9 out of 10.
And I have to agree with you on that one. It's a 9 out of 10, but to make it a 10 out of 10 it really needs to be special. However, you can see it's homemade, just made, homemade, fresh, creamy, moisturing, and that we love.
It is a very good home-baked cake, which I would recommend.
The souvenirs, there were shirts, massage oils, bottles, really important. If you rush out of your house because you're late for a coffee appointment with your bike or meeting a group, you can drink a coffee there and buy bottles. And which is really cool is that there's a fountain inside, so you can just refill your bottles with the natural fountain inside the shop, and that's pretty awesome. There's also a cover for your phone to protect it from rain or sweat, and there were cups for those that really like souvenirs. There were also cycling caps inside, and I must say the shirts and the cycling caps are really quite good looking, so if you're looking for a souvenir for yourself or your family, you can buy it there. I thought that was a really cool innovation from the shop. Another awesome thing I noticed as you enter the coffee shop, it's got bike change. So if you're a big cycling group and you plan to be there for an extended period of time, you can lock up your bikes outside because they provide you with these bicycle locks, and that's really beneficial to the cyclists out there. Okay, and then lastly, the bathrooms. The bathrooms are pretty good. It's got a different feel to it, which makes it really quite unique, but we all know how important the bathroom is at your local coffee shop. As cyclists, as you all know, have a really fast metabolism, especially after that morning coffee. So to summarize, the pros and cons. Okay, so the pros about the shop is super fast service, the bathrooms, the fountain inside, the fact that you can buy bottles, the strong, not watered down coffee, and the souvenirs are really pretty cool. And obviously, to be honest, I also have to give the cons or the downside of any coffee shop. The location might be tricky to get to if you don't exactly know where it is, but we all have Google Maps. However, if you are in a rush, it's not always the quickest way to get there, but some people might have no problem with this. Secondly, I think on a busy day in June, July, when everyone's on holiday, it can be quite crowded there because it's not very big, but some people like it crowded. That can be preferential towards yourself. It depends. I really don't know what the goal of the coffee shop is, but the open and closing times are from 8:30 to 3 p.m. A lot of the times I'm still training after that, so I can't go. But I mean, there are other coffee shops as well, so it doesn't mean just because they close at 3 or just because I'm still training until 3 o'clock late in the afternoon, they have to be open. But it would have been nice if they were open perhaps until 5 or 7 p.m. But I don't know. But by far my most favorite thing of the coffee shop was the fountain inside. That's pretty amazing. You can just refill your water bottles there and buy bottles there. For me, that's a big bonus. So yeah, well done with Fabrica. It was awesome and it was a great experience. Girona, we are really gonna miss you. Our last day, it's been pretty awesome. Has Girona had an impact on you Monday? So has it been emotional or just good?
It was a very good experience.
Yeah, we'll leave it there. Good experience. Yeah. To see.
Thinking of you, sweet life, that's right. I'm on late night, sweet life, that's right. Wake up in a dream like sweet life, that's right. I'm on late nights, sweet life, that's right. I wake up in a dream like